Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We especially want to thank you for your patience in getting into the new Commonwealth Stadium. And of course, this is a familiar part of the new Commonwealth Stadium. This is the old Wildcat Den, but it's going to serve its purpose today for our annual Game Day news conference. I want to thank several people, including not only Mitch Barnhart, but Russ Pear, Kevin Saul, Kate Ballard, the entire event management staff, Senior Associate Athletics Director Jason Schlaffer, Guy Ramsey for his help, and we thank you all for being here this afternoon. My name is Carl Nathy with the University of Kentucky Public Relations and Marketing Office. This is a great example of the town-gown relationship that we enjoy at the University of Kentucky and the City of Lexington. We thank the former police chief, Ronnie Baston, Sheriff Kathy Witt, Urban County Council members who are in attendance, and other city officials, traffic engineering, everybody concerned, police, fire, emergency. It all works together when you have some 60,000 people coming here gathered for a football game on a Saturday. And we thank all of the public safety officials and agencies that are represented this afternoon. President Capilouto is unable to be with us today, but we found a most able replacement. He is the Executive Vice President for Finance and Administration here at the University of Kentucky. Please welcome Eric Monday. Eric.
Thank you, Carl. Thanks to all of you for attending this afternoon. We are glad to be here. For many years, UK has maintained a commitment to integrity and excellence in our academic and athletic endeavors. It stems from the pride we maintain for our team's successes, both on and off the field. That commitment is especially strong this year as we prepare for our home opener in the new Commonwealth Stadium. As Mitch will discuss, the vast majority of our fans will experience a finished stadium in just a few days on September 5th. We're still putting some finishing touches on some of our club spaces, but we're building this stadium for the years to come. And when it is completed, it will be an outstanding facility for our community, our fans, and our university. We expect this season, on many different levels, to be one of the most special in our history. But incredible moments come with some unique challenges. We recognize those, and we're planning for them. Additionally, this year, on October 15th, we will host our first Thursday night football game at Commonwealth Stadium. It's a great day for our university to highlight and spotlight the university, and of course we're playing against Auburn. That game will also pose some challenges for our community in terms of parking and transportation. We have been planning to address these challenges for nearly a year, and we will continue to provide information in preparation for this game in the coming weeks. We have a website solely devoted to this event, uky.edu/ThursdayFootball. As it relates to the game that's upcoming and this season, we need also to our folks to work with us and to be patient as together we prepare for what promises to be a season unlike any other. Of course, nothing is more important than the safety of our community. We are working with our campus partners, our students, our staff, to foster an environment where we can celebrate safely. We want our fans to enjoy themselves and the experience. We believe there is nothing like football in the bluegrass. At the same time, please be respectful of this community. We also play a role in protecting everyone's safety and property, so that when the season ends, and this is what it's all about, right, we can stand proudly behind our team and celebrate their success. And in closing, I'd like to, on behalf of the university, say a special thank you to Representative Kelly Flood for her support and her involvement with the Alumni Drive Project. It's playing a big role in the safety of our campus transportation system. We look forward to a great season. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Next, I have the privilege and pleasure to introduce someone who's become a good friend through the years. He is the mayor of Lexington, now in his second term. Please welcome the Honorable Jim Gray. Jim.
Thanks, Carl. Thank you, sir. Thanks so much, Carl. I see that, and thank you for recognizing Commissioner Ronnie Baston, who's here today with us, and representatives from our traffic department. Our director, Dal Hoskin Squire, and Steve Cummins is here. And the chief tells me that any tough questions that we can direct to the back of the room, Carl. And also want to recognize Fire Chief Keith Jackson, who's here, and Battalion Commander Paul C. Well, Eric, you said it well. The first home football game of the season, just a few days away. The city's pulse is already getting a little faster, a lot faster in anticipation of that. We all love the fall season. The students come back to campus. It's time for football, and Lexington is ready to help make the game a great experience for everyone. We will be helping the university with first moving fans into and out of Commonwealth Stadium quickly and easily. Now, there's a lot of construction, as Eric just mentioned, going on, of course, around the campus and around the city. Fans need to be aware of the changes, of course, along alumni. And I will add my special thanks to Representative Kelly Flood, who Eric just mentioned, for her help in getting funding for this project. Our police help UK keep everyone safe. And we work with the university to encourage respect for the neighbors who live near the stadium. Fortunately, that kind of respect starts at the top, and Dr. Capilouto and Eric and Mitch all join me in asking fans to respect neighbors' homes and yards as they walk to and from the game. Over the past few years, the city and UK have built a real spirit of cooperation on game days, and we're all proud of that. We're thankful for that. I'm hopeful that we can all work together, of course, to extend this game day spirit of cooperation to everyday respect for the neighborhoods surrounding the university, and we have made a big advance in that. So to all the fans who are coming to Lexington and to the game, welcome. This is a university city. And with that comes the fun and excitement, the spirit and the enthusiasm and the energy that students in college sports bring to our community. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor Gray. Those of you that have a chance to check out our university website, UK Now, may have already had the chance to watch a couple of videos that have been posted in the last couple of days. The gentleman I'm about to introduce is too humble to draw any attention to that, but there's some wonderful videos up about our athletics director, Mitch Barnhart, who recently began his 14th year. And for those of us that have some kind of gray hair moving in, like yours truly, I saw Mitch when he was introduced back in 2002. I don't think he had any gray hair, but along with that gray hair comes a lot of accomplishment and a lot of forward thinking and a lot of bringing this athletics department together with the university to new heights. So please welcome Athletics Director Mitch Barnhart. Mitch.
They told me to wear a coat and tie. I didn't figure I had that time to change, so I apologize for the attire. But I'm very appreciative of the group of folks that are up here on this platform with me. I promise we'll get a bigger platform next year as we move somewhere else to have this press conference. But we're working our way at it. A really important time in our football program, just a couple days away. And it's something we've, as a department, we've been waiting for, as a football program we've been waiting for, as a fan base we've been waiting for a long time. And it's on us in a really, really good way. And so really my hope is that our players get to experience something that they'll treasure the rest of their life. And that the time they run through the tunnel for the first time as they take the field as Wildcats will be really, really special. So that's the goal. That's the first goal, is to take care of our players and to make sure that they have an opportunity to achieve unbelievable things in our new stadium. And then our fans, I want them to be able to say, you know what, we've been waiting to feel like we belong in the Southeastern Conference, and we've got something that we can all reach out and feel good about. We look up and we feel like we're a part of it. And I hope that what we've we've developed over the last 16, 18 months, and we get to a finished product. It gives people an opportunity to do that. And to our staff, I really thank them. It's been an incredible effort, and we're not done. A lot of things left to do. They have put in incredible hours getting to this spot. And I most notably want to thank Russ Payer, a guy that's been with this university for 35, 40 years, and he's sort of spearheaded this project. And labor of love for him. He loves this university with all his heart. And a lot of angst right now in his world and trying to make sure everything goes just right, and it'll be fine. It'll be really, really good. And it won't be for any lack of effort if there was some things we fall a touch short initially. He is extremely and should be extremely proud of what he's done to get us to this spot, and I really want to thank him. The hours he's put in has been ridiculous. So I thank Russ. The vast majority of our fans will experience a finished stadium on September 5th. There's some things that we're still working on, as has been said. This is not something we're building for today, for one game. We're building it for generations. This facility is about a 40-year facility. And so in 40 years, we've gone through a couple of generations, and hopefully this renovation will be something that will extend another 20, 30 years and give people something to look back on this day as a very, very special day. The exterior of the stadium has been transformed. I think you've seen that. It's taken on a little personality. I think that's really been cool. It sets into our campus life really, really well. The bannering, the way it ties into the facilities coming off Alumni Drive has been terrific, and I want to thank the people who put Alumni Drive together. That is, from the city's perspective and from the university's perspective, a huge help to athletics, but more importantly, just to the university community and the safety of people getting in and off of Alumni Drive. Having been here 14 years, we've seen a lot of really tough things and tough calls, and that is just an absolute help to all of us in athletic and non-athletic events, so thank you for that. The inside of the stadium, around the stadium, you'll see some Kentucky limestone. We've tried to put some Kentucky centric things in there. The Kentucky limestone's part of it, with a lot of barnwood on the interior parts of our stadium. You'll see some other things from time to time. We're continuing to add on as we go, and we're excited about that. We want this to be about Kentucky, from border to border, for people to understand this is us. It's our state. It's your university, it's your athletic department, and it's your football program. And so we belong to you, and we want people to know border to border, it's about Kentucky. We've invested about $2 million in a new signage package, wayfinding stuff to, again, give it life. You'll see some graphics, really, really beautiful. I think those will come in stages. As time goes, we won't have them all ready just at the beginning, but in stages they will come. And they'll be fine. The wayfinding is obviously the most important as we begin this journey on Saturday. So really, really important. Concourses have nearly doubled in space. You'll notice they're much wider now. A lot more ability for us to do things in our concession stands. More availability there. Better access to restrooms and upgraded restrooms, and we think that's been really, really important. We've worked hard to minimize the impact on parking. That is, I've never been a part of a renovation of any way, shape, or form that's not emotional, because it involves changing seats, it involves changing parking, and we've been a part of all of that. Just check my email. It's been a part of all that. I got that. But having said that, people have been terrific. There was a couple of folks that walked into the stadium just to check it out and had a really good conversation with them. They said, the one person said, I had my tickets changed, my parking changed, but I'm thrilled because I got Kentucky football you guys invested in Kentucky football, and you have a chance to make it better, and we're thrilled, we're good, let's just go win some games. And I thought it was a great, great testament to Kentucky fans, that kind of spirit and enthusiasm, sacrificed a little bit because they gave up someplace they'd been for an awful long time. As a result of some other things, we also were able to add about 200 spaces in one of the lots. We found some area here late in the game. We were able to pave and put some gravel on and pave over the top of it to create a few more parking spots to alleviate that. But it's interesting because we surveyed the other folks in the SEC, some of the other folks in the SEC, and our parking actually stacks up pretty well. We pulled 4 other schools, and we found of the 5 of us, Combining season permits and free single-game parking, we offer 11,600 spots, which is nearly 20% of our capacity. And also, we're the only school among that group of the 5 to offer free single-game parking. And when you look at how close our parking is, we're very fortunate, very fortunate. And that's a real blessing from a university's perspective, and to have that all around our stadium, be able to get to the game so easily. We've got a lot of work ahead of us to finish the stadium. There'll be a lot of man hours in the next 72 hours or less now to get us to kick off on Saturday night. And then we'll sort of push the reset button after the game and go find those things that we all have found when we're building something. We're going to go finish those things out and find the punch list to make sure that we're getting that spot to a finished product over time. We've got a couple weeks before our next home game. There are a couple things that I think people were curious about. The wireless is something we want to tend to. It was not in this project. AT&T and Verizon have been wonderful. They've come in and give us increased cell signal service. The DAS system that they've put in place, very, very helpful. They're working on it. We think that'll be up and running first game. It should be close. That should give everybody the ability to communicate within the stadium. The wireless is something that will come. It is on our radar screen. No pun intended. I guess I don't know anything about that, but we'll call it Wi-Fi, radar, whatever, you know. We'll get to that. The other thing we want to get to is people come into the stadium, they're going to see an awful lot of blue bleacher back seats. And that's been an addition to the interior part of the stadium. Okay, we're able to go inline to, sideline on the inline to inline, a lower bowl, and on both sides with chair back seats, and then some of the upper bowl. The goal is obviously to get, hopefully very, very soon, the rest of the stadium in chair back seats. So that's what we want to do in bleacher back. I'll call those bleacher back seats and put those, just have it all be in blue. So that's the goal. Really, to be honest with you, within the finances of the project, things just got tight. And we wanted to make sure that we got done what we intended to do initially. But we'll come back and get the rest of that a little bit later on, and I think fairly short order. All in all, we've invested between the new training center, which if you go to the Alumni Drive side, Gate 12 side of the stadium, you'll see a new 100,000 square foot, $45 million football training center right there with 2 new grass practice fields. Will be out the back side of that towards Alumni Drive. So this project, that project combined is about $170 million of investment in Kentucky football. Really, really important for us. In our world, 3 things make it possible for us to have the program we have, the opportunities we have for young people. I never want to lose sight of those 3 things. The great conference we live in, the Southeastern Conference, unbelievable group of people that we have a chance to compete against and league to compete with, and the things that we do collectively together. It's wonderful. Best group of folks in the world. Secondly, Kentucky football, and second and third, Kentucky football and Kentucky basketball. Those 3 things give us an opportunity to have 20 other sports and opportunities for about 350 other students on our campus, and for young people to achieve and do the things that they want to do. So we're very, very fortunate. And the young people in our program understand that, as evidenced by the fact over the last 3 or 4 nights, we've had a number of our teams come over here to help clean the stadium. I mean, from women's basketball to women's softball, we've got the track teams volunteered, the swimmers have been over here, cheerleaders have volunteered to come. I mean, it's been unbelievable, the response. Yeah, they came. Most of the time, you wouldn't see that at a lot of schools. Our folks have come. Our staff response, our students' response to help out, off the charts good. Their work ethic, tremendous. And the last thing I'll say, the folks that have been unbelievably helpful to this project, and what I've noticed on the project more than anything else, is the incredible loyalty of the workers that are from the state of Kentucky and how much this means to them and how hard they've worked to get this thing going. When you look around, it's amazing how much they know about our program. And they're walking the hallways up there and saying, we can't wait for Saturday. Big Blue fans for forever. They love this place, and they've been so dedicated to try and making it work well. So I thank the folks in the city. They've been incredible. From our law enforcement and our fire department, and the folks that have been able to sort of guide us through all these processes. And it's massive change now. It's massive change, and I appreciate everybody's patience in that. And I ask for your patience just going forward. We've got 2,000 workers Stadium workers will be here on game day trying to make the experience solid. And they're going to try and help you win the moment, and they're going to try and help you enjoy the opportunity to participate in the game. And they've worked really hard to prepare. But this will be their first game in a new stadium too. A bunch of new numbers, new stuff going on, so just be patient with them as they go. So I thank you for coming today and spending a little time with us, and look forward to Saturday night like everybody else. Go Big Blue.
Thank you, Mitch. Our next speaker, the Chief of Police here at the University of Kentucky for many years. Please welcome Chief Joe Monroe. Joe.
Good afternoon. Well, it's that time of year again. We've got students back, and we've got a record enrollment again here at the university. And with that always brings the exciting football season. With this year, we've got even more excitement with the new Commonwealth Stadium. So the University of Kentucky wants all our fans around the world to enjoy the game day experience. For those that are coming to it, we want them to do it responsibly and do it in a responsible manner. Therefore, we urge everybody to become familiar with some of the policies that we have for this coming season. The University of Kentucky Police Department, along with our public safety partners, are committed to our primary mission of having a safe and secure venue. Remaining consistent with some of the policy changes around the country in large venues, we will be consistent with our bag policy this year. All items entering Commonwealth Stadium will be subject to search. Backpacks and large bags are going to be prohibited, but they may be entering the stadium one small bag per person, no larger than 13.5 inches by 10 inches by 7 inches. All bags must fit within the sizing bins that will be located at the entrance gates. We encourage everyone to arrive early. Bring as very few personal items as you can to expedite the entry into the stadium. As in the prior years, all of the reserved parking lots will have numbers painted on them to expedite you finding your car at the end of the game, as well as in emergency response, helping us locate you. There are numerous construction projects going on in this city, and especially around the university. So we encourage all our fans to be aware of the road closures, detours, and some of these projects. On game days, fans may stay aware of the traffic flow patterns as well as any traffic issues by listening to 1700 AM or by following the Game Day Twitter account. We also want to remind everyone of the fan code of conduct. In order to keep University of Kentucky football fans and games enjoyable as possible for everyone, we ask that you respect those around you in the neighborhoods as you tailgate. Permitted parking lots will open at 8 a.m. on game days. Fans are also reminded to tailgate responsibly. Pick up after yourself. Use some of the recycling trash cans that will be around the parking lots. A reminder, parking on green spaces on the university campus that are not already designated for parking is prohibited. One of probably the most exciting things happening this football season is all the enhancements of Commonwealth Stadium, the new Commonwealth Stadium. We ask that you familiar yourself with these changes in the stadium ahead of time by going to the Game Day website, looking at the maps of the stadium, look at the traffic flow patterns. It's a lot of changes, but it's going to be an exciting time. Also, tickets. The tickets now have printed on the back of them a suggested gate entrance. For complete game day details of the latest information, I encourage you once again to go to the Game Day website. Once again, we will also be providing this year reunification vans for lost children to prevent kids from being lost and separated from their parents. We'll have that program again, as well as for some adults that need it. Those wishing to participate in this can stop any UK police officer, and we'll be happy to fill out the card for you and give you a wristband, or you can stop by any of the customer service gates around the university's Commonwealth Stadium. Having a game day event requires a lot of cooperation and collaboration, and we have to have partners in that. And we are very fortunate to have great partners downtown and able to work with them in developing a traffic pattern that works for us. But one of the things I encourage you to do, especially those fans traveling Alumni Drive, become familiar with the roundabouts. That's going to be something new this year. So follow the direction of the officers and the signs that'll be in those roundabouts. Couple things that you can do to expedite your travel time. Have your football permit, your parking permit, prominently displayed in your windshield so the officers and traffic people can see it. Make yourself familiar with the recommended traffic ingress and egress routes. Arrive early, and probably the most important thing is be patient. This season is going to require a lot of patience because we have a lot of new things, not only on the public safety side for us, but as well as the fans and the athletic folks. So it's going to take a little bit of patience for everybody. And of course, we encourage everybody to stay abreast of any changes on the Twitter feeds and use any type of transportation such as the LexTran or Miller Transportation buses. Thank you.
We do have the former Chief Ronnie Baston in the room, but he has a new job since last year, and his very capable replacement, who's off to a great start as the Chief of Police for Lexington, Chief Mark Barnard. Chief?
I think the theme what everybody's hearing today is patience and come early. This is a huge event to have the stadium redone. My wife is so excited. I can't wait to come see it. And she won't even drive by. She wants to come to it at the game. So everybody is going to be excited to see this. It doesn't happen very often. It's a huge, tremendous part of Kentucky. It's a huge, prideful symbol for us. So please, what we're asking is take time. It is going to be congested. There is going to be traffic issues. Our role is to get you into the stadium and onto campus as quick as we can, but as safely as we can. We've worked with traffic engineering. We've worked with Sheriff Witt. We've worked with our other partners to make sure that we're monitoring those traffic flows. We'll have our helicopter up, as we always do, monitoring and increasing traffic flow or decreasing it as we need to, and looking in the side streets. Parking will be an issue. We know that. It is every year at opening season because everyone wants to come to the football games. Everyone's excited about it. We'll be taking the complaints on the side streets about parking in the yards as they come. Our officers love large events. The mayor tells us all the time, we are the ambassadors for Lexington. And Kentucky football draws more than regionally. It draws people throughout the country, and we want to sell Lexington as a great place to come visit and have a venue in. So we train with our officers to do that. Our suggestion, though, is be early, plan to be in traffic, be patient, and help everyone out. And if you see something, you can always call 911 and we will respond. But we'll have officers in the neighborhoods, we have officers on the side streets, and we'll have officers, over 100 officers, getting people into the stadium and out after the game. So we hope everyone has a great event. We're hoping for a tremendous win for UK on opening day, and it is really going to be exciting this Saturday. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Chief. Thanks, Chief Barnard. We haven't heard from a student yet, so it's most appropriate, and he is also the student representative on the Board of Trustees. We're going to hear from Student Government President Austin Mullen. Austin.
Thank you, Carl. Good afternoon. It is such an exciting time to be a student here at the University of Kentucky. An unprecedented transformation over the past 3 years has rejuvenated our campus, including where we stand today, the new Commonwealth Stadium. Some of my greatest memories growing up and as in my time as a student have been in the stadium. From the win against #1 ranked and eventual national champion LSU in 2007 to the blackout win against South Carolina last fall. I'm grateful that fans and students will continue to be able to make memories such as these due to the continued work of Coach Stoops, his staff, and the football team's tireless effort in the classroom and on the field. As Coach Stoops begins his third season, the excitement from the student body is at an all-time high. I'm proud of the student body and how we rallied behind the football team last fall, and I'm excited to see how that continues into this season. It's of the utmost importance to me that all of our students stay safe throughout this season. Tailgating is a wonderful opportunity to build upon the UK community, especially since Commonwealth Stadium becomes the third largest city in the state of Kentucky on game day. Though I love this fact, this can cause issues in relation to safety. So I ask that you watch out not only for yourselves, but also friends and classmates. After the game, I would like to remind students of Cats Cab, Student Government's Safe Ride Home program. Simply call 252-CATS between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. Thursday, Friday, or Saturday after the game. And with your student ID, we will provide you a safe and free ride home. On Saturdays and Thursday, October 15th this fall, before and after the games, I encourage everyone to tailgate responsibly, respect fellow students, community neighbors, and of course, come kickoff, be all in, and cheer on the Cats till the battle is won in the new Commonwealth Stadium. Thank you, and go Cats.